Alright guys, we are shooting a podcast in the car. We're in Bogota in Colombia, and yeah, I have Oscar with me. Oscar is the head of performance at Hayes. Oscar's been on the team for nearly 4 years. Started in media buying, then added creative strategy, and yeah, has worked his way up to head of performance. So Oscar is overseeing all of our clients on the ad creative media buying, basically a paid ads side of the business. As some of you may know, we have an email side of the business as well. But what I want to do in this video is bring Oscar on to talk about some of the things that he's seeing in the market when it comes to Facebook ads for e-commerce brands. You know, we spend a lot of money every single month for our clients on Facebook. I guess the advantage we have is that we can see into multiple different accounts and we start to gather trends. So yeah, Oscar, great to have you here.
Thank you.
You want to get right into it?
Yeah, let's do it. This is my first time, so bear with me. I'm not used to the camera. Yeah, so I think the main thing that's been on my mind lately is how the Andromeda changes have changed the strategy that we use for our clients across, any industry, any product. And, compare that, the strategy that we used to use was, I think, the same that everyone used. ABR testing. You were trying to control every little detail to the audience, creative, forcing spend here, forcing spend, having your hypothesis and all that. But obviously that was a lot of manual work, and that required a full-time person to just spend time on that. Whereas for the past few months, and especially since the Andromeda changes have taken effect across more and more accounts, you no longer have to be watching so closely your ads. And what I mean by that is not just not caring. It's more just being patient and leaving the machine do its thing. Because that's what the Andromeda changes are supposed to be made for. Because you need to give it the time and the input that it needs, and that's all creative. That's what everyone's speaking about these days. So the volume that you need these days is much more, and it's because it can support it. Andromeda, the way it works, you can fit it unlimited amount of ads, and it will find the audience for each of those ads. So even if you have ads spending $1 a day, that's useful. You need to have those as well. Obviously, you're always going to have your top 1%, your top 5%, but the other ones at the bottom, they're also useful. So that's why, the volume, you have to improve it, but also not making so many changes, pausing or unpausing the ads, because even the smallest ones spending very low amounts, they're contributing to the greater.
They're feeding the AI, the machine learning with data.
Exactly.
That Meta's then using to find your customers.
Yeah. And obviously with each creative and concept, you're supposed to be speaking to different pockets of your audience, right?
Yeah.
So why would you pause them if they're not spending $1,000 a day? They could be spending $10 a day, but they're contributing in a way, because each audience is different.
Yeah. And I think, eCom brand owners, if you're watching this, that Meta is a creative game. It's been the case for years, but I think now even more important to focus. Volume is key. Don't sacrifice quality with volume. A lot of brands do that. They just start pumping out a ton of ads and they want to play the volume game. I think if you play the volume only game, you're going to be up against some big boys who are just going to outcompete you. So keep the quality stuff in mind. Make sure you're tracking your win rate so that you can ensure that you're producing enough winners on a monthly basis. I guess on the topic of creative, so Andromeda, right? Huge topic. How has that impacted the creatives that you're seeing are performing the best across the accounts?
Yeah, I feel like these days it's gone more towards the creator-led content. It's rare that you see a static ad or any other type of creative do as well as creator-led content. And I think it's because the Andromeda changes are trying to emulate what already happens organically. And that is, what are people interacting with organically? It is creators. It's not a brand. And it's not simple thing, I would say, not even memes. These days, it's also about faces.
Yeah.
So I think that's one. The UGC, obviously, that's always been important. But I think these days, with these changes that Andromeda has brought, it has to be your number one type of content that you fit in the machine. Obviously, don't forget about the other stuff. They also help, and this ties to what I was saying before. Even if the statics are only spending a few $100, that's also helpful. But the number one priority should be the creator-led content.
Yeah, it's a key part of the strategy that I've been preaching on my YouTube channel for months, even years. And most brand owners get it, but there's a lot of brands that I speak to on a weekly basis where they're just not leveraging UGC still.
Yeah.
And I think now it's easier than ever to get UGC. There's more UGC creators than ever. And because of that, you can get quite competitive rates. You can, tack on whitelisting on that stuff as well. So if you're interested in learning more about the creator process and even, how whitelisting works and stuff, we'll link a few videos below, also maybe in the top corner of this one, that will guide you to those ones. But yeah, I guess any other thoughts you wanted to share just in terms of what you're seeing in the ecom landscape?
Just one last thing on the creator-led content thing. There's always this debate of, do you want the creator to be free and have freedom, creative freedom, or do you want to be as specific as possible with them, to control the quality of what you're getting? What I've seen works the best is when you script them and they have the freedom, but they're following a specific points. Because otherwise, it's like everything. Only the 1% of creators are really, really good on their own. The rest, they need guidance. So yeah, if you're thinking or debating on how to approach this, always have a good career strategist with you who can write great scripts. Obviously, leverage AI. That's one of the other things that you can do. ChatGPT is great for this. But yeah, I think that's it. That's
amazing. Yeah, well, thank you very much. This won't be the last of you guys seeing Oscar. I really wanted to bring him on to share his wisdom and what he's seeing, and hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. If you like this style of content, this very raw, uncut, filming in the car, off the cuff, shooting from the hip, comment down below, and we'll be sure to try and do more of these ones. All right. See you in the next one.
Yeah.